Buffalo's own Camille, Chef Camille, will appear on the new Food Network show. This is Camille's third time cooking on the Food Network. He has worked in Western New York at Giancarlo's and Lombardo's before opening his own Pastry by Camille on Hurdle Avenue.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of whatsNurs, where we give it to you raw and uncut, agree to disagree, but it's just our thoughts. I'm your host, T. Martin, co-host DJ Unk. And it's season 3. We on the run. Y'all already know, man. We got a special episode for y'all today, man. This man right here, he's a private chef. He done been on some of y'all favorite shows from the cooking channel, the Food Network channel. He done been on some of the greatest competition cooking shows, far as Chop, 24 and 24, and Triple G. And I also heard he like skydiving. Put that hands together for Chef Camille, everybody.
What's up?
How you doing today?
Doing fantastic. I like that you mentioned skydiving last year. I love the high, like high adrenaline. And you mentioned 24 and 24, the last shows. It was a blast. It was great. It's always like something that gets you out of your comfort zone, and you grow so much out of it, and then meet a bunch of like peer chefs who you always have something to learn.
Yeah. That's what.
How was that working with Chef, man? Like being on that show?
It was very interesting because it's humbling.
Right.
I felt like being the underdogs, not as much as Chopped. When I was on Chopped, I felt that it's like right away that it's like I get it. It's like like I'm gonna get through it, and I got through the final, and I lost in final. I was a runner-up for Chopped. For 24 and 24, I had a moment where I had to like just reassess, my spirit and say, okay, it's like I'm here, it's like gotta give it 100%. But they were having big guys who went on house kitchens. They were on Iron Chef. It's like some guys who have under their feet working Michelin-starred restaurant. So you're not the only one who have a lot to show. Everyone's. It's kind of like a corridor with 24 chefs, not 3, not 4. It's 24 chefs who are like amazing at what they do, and the competition is gonna be hell, and that's what you sign up for, and that's what I liked. That adrenaline goes through your blood, and the feeling of like it's like you already went through some shows, so you get the ABC with the mics and stuff, but you walk on that things, it's magical. That feeling, it's. Yeah, and it's fun. It's like you get a free trip, go to Los Angeles, and I was staying right across my ride, and I used to watch the exhibit show, all the times, and staying at the hotel right across the tuning shop, where Shane Tatum, go there, and it was very fun. It was for me like it was like a good.
That's a great experience.
That's sweet.
That is.
Yeah.
So give us like a little insight of what we don't see on TV on those shows.
What we don't see on TV. What we don't see on TV is the backstage. So when you do see the candidate talking about what's happening, for example, they're like, at this point, I don't know where I was stressed, and then I lost my tempers, or the pot fell on the ground. All of that, when you're sitting on a chair and you looking at the camera, this happened after. So that is a long process, and for 24 and 24, it took me over like probably like 9-10 hours sitting on a chair reviewing all my entire performance on the show, because they want to have all the feelings on each actions, and someone's like on court. they're writing everything that's been said, and they got a little document. Each candidate have one person working specifically on it and gonna write everything you said, everything you made, and they're gonna come to you when you sit down, and they're gonna ask you a question on like each segment, and then why did you do that, and they're gonna combine it together as editing, and then they're gonna put that on the show. So that's what you see. We don't essentially is like, it's like start cooking, stop, go talking. Everything happen at the end for the talking, and it's like you can see through sometimes through the emotions. And now that with that experience, I can see a TV show sometime and try to like find and figure out like if someone is pissed off, I know that the guys got out.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And then the other one is, I mean, the chopped was the heat. So where we were waiting with the chef, I figured that it was really hot, and they put the temperature really high to get our blood pumped. And I talked to someone, I was like, hey, I feel like it's really hot here. And they were on purpose putting the heat up to get our blood working.
That's crazy. That's sweet.
Yeah.
What's going on, my drum eaters and my flat eaters? Y'all know it's around that time. Now available in singles or pairs. No matter if you like to eat it off the bone or break the legs apart, we have a wing for you. DM me to get yours today, and hashtag show me how you eat it.
Nephew. Not right now, Mr. Clyde. I'm getting ready for the show. Quick question. Do I go first or you go first? I go first. But Mr. Clyde, I'm trying to get ready. Hey nephew, can you hold my phone? If Marianne call, let that shit go to voicemail. But if Sunday call, I need you to answer. Clyde, who is Sunday? I got her on my phone this Sunday because every time I see her, it make me say, look what God did.
So, who are some of the chefs that inspired you?
The chefs that inspire me. So I start with a French chef. I say Michel Roth. It's probably like totally unknown. It's a guy, Michel Roth, Roth. You can look it up on social media. He's a great guy. One of the most diplomat with diploma around the world in kitchens. Very patient. Always take his time to come back to like kids and go to like technology school, and then help like just like every school like with learnings and educative programs. And that guys, when I was 15, I worked in the first kitchens. It was at the Ritz-Carlton, and I remember that I didn't know anything about food. I was very hard-headed, and I had long hair at the times. And one guys saw me and then said, "Hey, you need a hat on your head." And the guy, it was a t-shirt. So I walk into the office. He starts stapling a hat, and then in the meantime, I talk to him and say, "Hey, I heard like chefs are crazy," and it's like that chef is like it's like hurt people, blah blah. It's like they punch each other, they scream at each other. He's like, "Oh yeah, they're crazy," and it's like scaring me and blah blah. And eventually, it's like he get me the hat on. Beautiful kitchens, like most beautiful kitchen in Paris, Ritz-Carlton Plaza. And then the door opens, and everyone looking at me, and they look at me and they're like, bonjour chef, hi chef. And I'm like, what? And I'm telling myself, in the meantime, the guys put the jacket, and he was a head chef of probably over 200 chefs in that kitchen. And the guys, he like look at me and give me a little smile and kind of just like told me a little listen. And I was like, wow, it's like, it's like always be humble. And the guys was the actual chef, it was like, and I was nobody. I was literally like the garbage boy. And by lunchtime, it was the middle of Valentine's Day, and he say fuck to some TV. Sorry, it's like for my English, but he say like, hey, it's like I don't want to do that interview, blah blah. I'm gonna come to that kids, and then he comes and then took 10 minutes with me and say, how's it gone? It's like, how's your experience? It's like, how do you feel? It's like, and I appreciate that because he's not paid for it. He's not he's not asked to do it, but he's doing it, and he's doing it with his time. Sometimes was not free, and I appreciate that he keep on doing it. And we don't have many chefs here in the States. I like the French Laundry, Thomas Keller. He's a chef who trains. He trained many chefs, and I like also South American food. So I'm someone who fell in love really hard with the South American food. I love ceviche. I'm a huge
ceviche too,
yeah.
Man. That's when I was in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a South American food,
yeah.
But that's all I made. So it was like ceviche, escovitch. We was eating ceviche and escovitch, a lot of it together.
What is escovitch?
Yeah, with escovitch was kind of like a weird placement together. But that's
fresh.
Yeah.
And then that's like the limes and I love all that food, all the stew. Yeah. So definitely, I think I would say South Americans is my second home. A little bit of Italians. And then recently a little bit more Asian, trying to see the fusion cuisine, but definitely it's like always here to try some new food. I think the best thing that I can recommend anyone here who's listening is trying food is the best way to learn how to cook, because you learn by trying the food.
Right.
There's something like you're gonna remember, it's gonna stick to you, and you're gonna try it at home, and that's your comfort food. Your comfort food is something that you really love. Bring it back. And then you get that emotion.
That's how my fiance. She says she's a private chef. You gotta at least try it at least once, and then you gotta at least try it twice, because the first time you may not like it, and the second time you don't like it again. All right, it's over. But you might have a different taste the next time you taste it. So she always say that.
I agree.
I like.
Is that how you felt when you ate that?
I don't know about that. That's strike two. That's strike two for you.
You didn't like it the first time you ate it, but the second.
What things?
Butt. When he ate butt.
He ate the butt. That's why his beard grow.
The butt?
His beard. So his beard is more than ours. So
you had to try twice.
He said it twice.
His third time he got pink.
They say it's like when you hit the right butt, it's your wife.
Yeah.
That's
that's why he getting married. He proposed.
Oh my God! Because wow.
Because he ate the right butt.
Yeah.
So who you married, the butt or the?
Boom! I made the whole thing. I made it the whole. Yeah.
That's great.
And
That's innovative. She brings people together at the tables and just like the flavors. That's good. It's and it's so much like I feel that. I mean, I circled back also with Anthony Bourdain, but learning how to be a guest. People don't know often, how to be a guest, and it comes through food. It's like the food might not gonna be, it's like very assertive for some people, and then gonna be like really reaching out some things. But if you try something else, you're trying the food of someone, and at least it's like get that chance to like get the food dimensions. And I see, it's like sometimes like people like it's like not really like put their heart into it, and then just think like they got it already because they want to impress people, and they don't do the recipes that they know best and that their mom like taught it. Sometimes when you invite guests, you can try something Epicurean, but do something that is like you're passionate about it, that you want to share with them, that they don't get to try all the times. And I think it's like that's when you got a chance to
That's good.
Yeah. It's he was saying is like I saw an episode and then he make fun. I agree with it. French people, he said French people are always like being very burlesque, like just like putting all the food on the platters and then have to display to you and eventually cook it. And he went into that French restaurant and he said, I can tell you already it's gonna be disgusting. And it was not good, the food. But humbly is like he just like sit down and eat all the food and say thank you and bye. But he did, like he didn't make any fiasco. And sometimes you see it in the industry, is like there is some entitlements. Sometimes when you go into some restaurants where people can give a hard time to the servers or the cuisine. But,
right.
Yeah.
What would you say your signature dish is?
Signature dishes. What is my signature dishes? French. I like brunch. I would say, okay, I start with brunch. I like brunch. I like a croque madame. So it's nice sliced bread and toasted on each side with ham, and then you got cheese, and then the bechamel sauce right on the top, and then you have a sunny side eggs, and that is just like legitimate, probably like the ultimate things you want. So you cut it, and you got the runny yolks just like melting in the middle. You got the Swiss cheese and the creamy white sauce on top, and it's just good.
That's
Yeah.
Sound good, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting over here like, Drew, he be talking that good.
What's your signature dish, huh? What's your signature dish when you start whipping in the kitchen?
Ramen noodles. No, I'm just kidding. No, I do it's not really like I wouldn't call it like a chicken noodle soup. I would more so call like maybe pepper chicken and rice, but it's a little
Pepper chicken and rice.
pepper chicken
Nice.
and rice, yeah. But it's a little bit on like the broathier side.
Mhm.
But it's like and you know like when we have pepper steak and rice, you do like the gravy. This I do like a chicken broth. But like I mix like celery stock and like veggie like we juice vegetables, use like fresh vegetable juice and pour it over some jasmine rice. Then we cook up like chop like grilled chicken and throw in some peppers and mushrooms and onions and kind of like put that all in a crock pot.
Yeah.
Let it simmer up together. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good.
I want to eat right now.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. It's like it's like our football season dish. Like everybody goes to like the chili, but we do like the pepper chicken and rice.
Oh, okay.
So that
Do you put the rice and the chicken together, or
and I'll put it together all in the crock pot. Like
nice. So all the flavors goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just regular. I just fry some good ass chicken, throw some cornbread and some asparagus. We back.
Watermelon on the side.
Don't like watermelon.
Cornbread and asparagus, and I like that.
Yeah.
It makes me hungry.
Yeah, we gotta start getting something. You owe me wings anyway.
Chef today, so we're gonna get a little sample platter.
He busy.
Snack,
My buddy busy. He leaving in less than 10 hours. He on the flight out of here.
I know. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was like,
maybe next time.
You know what? I was like, I wanted, so I was like, if I had more times, or maybe it's like I can do layers, but like, I wanted to actually bring you something that I like to eat, and it's a steak sub, and not just a simple steak sub. And that steak subs come from Good Guys Deli, and it's in Buffalo, New York. It's on Jersey Street, downtown by Allentown.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys, 3 guys, they own a deli shop, and they make the best. To me, they make the best steak sub. In like really legitimate. I bring all the time people there. It doesn't look like any type of restaurant that you think you're gonna want to eat there. And they have a set kitchen on the back of the bodega, and they mix that little like bread, and then they rub it with garlic. The meat is just done so differently, and it's like a kebab, so they put on top. Yeah, and it's just so delicious. It's really like something was like, it's not dietetic. You go there, you gotta get the full one. You gotta get your stomach like blowed up, and you get the French fries. I do large steak combo, and then you get the jalapeno instead of the banana pepper inside, and you're just in paradise. And
paradise.
Yeah,
it must be.
What's the name of it?
Good Guys Deli.
We might have to go get that.
And I put the French fries inside the steak subs, and I eat them with it. I'm just like, I just want
that
one.
We might have to do something. Yeah, that might have to happen.
We can get a DoorDash.
How old was you when you first started cooking?
So the first, I'm probably like 13, 14, not professionally. Professionally, I was actually bartending first. And I bartend, and then I eventually like find the culinary school programs, and then went on it. But at first was probably like 13, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it at first. It's just like a lot of flavors, the dishes.
Yeah.
Like too many dishes, labor intense, and eventually I was like, man, it's like now seeing it where I come from, preparing it, and then it's like you're making potions. You're a magician because you bring the ingredients together, and the way that you bring it together it's what's gonna be, happening. And you just like, like you use a little bit of that, a little bit of this, mixing it together, and here's your portions, and it's a stew. And I kind of like it that you were able to put your name and, it's like, and it was a lot of variability, but in the meantime, a lot learning curve on flavors. Eventually, it's like, because I think I'm very competitive and I don't want to appreciate the time to take the time to learn things. I want to go fast. I want to learn fast. I want to, I want to run. I don't want to crawl.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
You gotta go fast.
Yeah.
DJ Unk, he a magician. He could make a chicken wing disappear in one go. Magician.
Well, okay. I got a question. So, are you drums or are you stick?
Oh wait,
We see.
I like that.
I like that.
So
So we usually do a
Rapid
signature
fire.
question, right? And that's one of our signature questions. But nobody ever came on and asked us first.
Okay.
So we like that. So I'm gonna let him answer first,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna let him show you how he eats.
definitely not.
No,
Oh my God, you doing that?
Definitely not. So
So show him how you. Come on, bro. So
I'm flats all day.
like
Flat. You know.
Flat. Okay.
Flats. 2 hands. Boom. Flip it. Boom. That's it.
Wait.
he likes to eat it from the back.
From the back. Damn. The flat. And then wait, how do you eat them? Like that? You turn them?
Yeah.
Flip them?
Then you flip it.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom and boom. Might dip it in the blue cheese. I might.
I
not.
never saw that. I saw guys doing like putting theirs and then grabbing the meat there.
yeah, push it all off.
Yeah, but it's
Push it all off. Sound crazy.
Professional.
Yeah.
That's a So I ain't a professional yet. What you
you maybe leave some meat when you do that. Do you leave some meat or is it clean?
That's all.
Uh,
Do you leave some
Just a
veggies?
little bit. I ain't gonna eat the gristle and all that. I'm gonna eat the inside. I might break a leg off. Shout out to my
It's like
boy
it'd be more
Fred.
difficult,
You know,
though, right?
I might pop a leg or two.
Yeah.
You know,
To get on the inside. It's
just a
kinda
little
difficult,
bit.
though.
Just a
Like,
little bit.
you gotta eat.
Yeah.
Get the chicken up the inside.
You drums. So tell them what you are and how you eat it.
No,
You,
he's the
DJ
guest. I was
Uncle.
asking, right? So are
No,
you
you're
like
No,
that?
you first.
Okay.
Me, I'm a drum. I'm a drum
Okay.
guy. I like
Okay.
this now. So I grab it, I dip it, and then I'm just like a.
It sounds like more clean.
Yeah, it's easier.
So
Do you
why
put the-
why do you think it's like okay? Now I have another question though. Why do you think I'm gonna start some pie? Why do you think drum sucks and why do you think flat sucks?
It's too much going on with a drum for me. It's too much.
Okay.
It's too much going on.
Okay.
What about
Is
you?
it like too much meat, or
Too much meat sound crazy right now.
What is it?
But
What is it?
It's
Like,
just too much. Too much.
Too
I
big?
don't really like it.
too big.
Is that the fat maybe?
You know what I'm saying? No, for real.
I'm
The
talking
skin?
to you.
Is it too big? Too
Is-
much fat?
I
Do
don't.
you like to get in between the legs?
Nah, I just don't like the drum. I just don't like it. I don't know. Something about a drum.
You
that
only
I don't
get
like.
it's like a single legs.
Yeah, it's single leg, so it's like
That's
You like to get in between the legs.
just a little bit, just a
Okay.
little bit.
Because
I
you know
just
it's
don't
like when you get the flat, it's like you just put your tongue in the middle and you get right in between the legs.
Yeah. That's because the drum too much. I can't put the whole thing in my mouth as a drum. You just
This
take
is-
one bite.
And I love this.
It's on
I
you.
love that he's saying that because now we are saying that flat eaters are way more freaky.
No drums,
Did
drums
you
are.
not see how shout out to Michelle how she
And that's how cold
Yeah,
this thing is.
But now
How did she eat it? It looks like she was texting a, she was texting a message.
she was doing some shit with her hands. You gotta watch that show.
She's like,
Show
look
us.
what he just said. He said he liked. See how he explained it? He liked to get the meat in between the legs. He said
He never said nothing like that in your mind. That's what he
He
said.
said the tongue in between the legs. That's what I
tongue in
heard.
between. He liked to get the tongue in between. For a drum, it's none of that.
So how do you eat a
Bite.
drum?
Bite. That's it.
How
So
do you
bite.
eat a drum?
I mean, what's your preference?
favorite?
it's. I think as a foodie, I mean, I'm not gonna say I like both. Definitely there's a little bit more for one. The flat is what's gonna be served the most. I'm gonna say like just like a fact. I think so. I think the flat is what you see in the most, and you should be a flat if you were following. I think I will be as a. It's more popular to me from what I eat. Drums.
Okay.
I drums, but I like the skins. You know, it's like that fatty parts from the chicken, and on the flat, it's nice and crispy. So I like the crispiness on the flat because you get more chances to have something crispy on the outside,
Mhm.
but I like the meat on the drums. So if we could combine that both, you know, it's like maybe
So the
breaded,
drum do have more meat on it.
do have more meat, but less skins.
Less skin.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
because the skin is grilled, you know, on the flat.
It is.
It feels like, you know, it's like since it's flat,
Mhm.
you do like 8 minutes per bake, you know, in the ovens, and then you fry. And when you fried it, you get that crusty things, you know. And I don't know, it's like maybe 50-50, but it's like I think more for the drums if I go for the meat, and then I want to get my proteins, you know, as like content.
So it's more protein in the drum.
More proteins, and then I think it's like my stomach is more upset with the flat because eventually I get more sauce and I get more like, you know, it's like
So the flat is tossing. What would you say is freakier? To eat a drum or a flat?
what do you mean freakers? Like, develop.
Like, I don't know how to
Like,
ask that.
what's more sexy?
What's more sexy?
Yeah, what do you think is... Which one, if you looked at somebody eating a wing and you were trying to decide if they were sexy based on them?
So there is two things too there. It's like if you're like looking at someone, what is sexy, and then if you don't want to look dirty and eating wings and then looking at someone, because it's like you gotta see both view. If I'm like eating, I think I will go for the drums because it's definitely more clean. It's definitely more clean.
More freakier and sexy or nastier.
Well, it's more clean.
Oh,
If you look it up at someone, if I'm looking up at someone and I'm eating that wings and I don't want someone like to just like, you know, it's like things that, you know, it's like I'm a French,
you acting bougie if you eat a drum.
Yes.
You don't want to get nasty.
But if you're looking at someone and you start to get a little moment and feel yourself as a lady, I think it will be definitely the drum.
Terry, we have it, folks. It's 50. I'm going to say
The flat.
50-50. And that's a fact.
Because, and you say a lady with a drum because she put the whole thing in her mouth.
Wow.
See what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
it's like, it's just, it depends like the view you are, because you get some on your face, you know, it's like, I mean, it's a wing festival.
Win. DJ win on the drum.
Oh my
That's
God.
it.
I got your glasses off.
Yeah, I had to put my glass up. DJ win on the drum. There you have it, folks. And this is the chef talking to us. This chef talk. You win.
Chef said,
You win today.
Drum is nasty.
You win today.
I won today.
You win today. So that we sped it out all the way up.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, what's like since we're talking like being sexy, what would you consider like a sexy meal to cook?
Ooh.
Like, this is
Candlelight joint.
like something sexy.
A candle. Okay, okay, I like that.
A sexy meal. So you got a sexy meal. Like you wanna impress a lady.
Yeah, like this is gonna be the one to woo her, to make her say, "Ooh."
Drop it like it's hot.
I mean, without knowing her flavors and then what she wants. Definitely don't go with like surf center, because like this is like heavy and then they're gonna be afraid. I mean, ceviche, you can also like, you gotta be careful because it's raw fish, so she might gonna be afraid.
Mm.
I'll take a gamble on scallop, but again, it's like it's not for every heart. But scallop is nice. Is nice, you know, with a nice puree on the side. I will say, chicken sounds nice. Go with chickens. Man, it's like, this is like, I'm like singing twice because I don't want to say the wrong things. Not a salad. I would say chickens. Chickens on a nice lean fish when there is no bone.
Oh.
You can do salmon.
Salmon ain't no
Salmon.
joke neither. That's it.
You do a salmon, a little ratatouille, nice vegetables. So, you know, peppers, squash, zucchini, tomatoes, onions, garlic, basil, rosemary, thymes. They're like white wines. And then you reduce that with a little bit of chicken stock. And then you get down on the side and you get a little piece of either salmons or chicken. I think salmon is more sexy. Nicely cooked. Not like too overcooked. But I think it's like salmon. King salmon. I would say it's like if money is not, if money is not and you want her to be your queens, you gotta get the king salmon. Because the king salmon is like the meat is like much more 5 years.
King shit.
Yeah.
That's king shit.
It's the most expensive salmon, but
you want her to be your queen,
King-
get the king.
King shit.
yeah,
That's what he
I like
said.
that.
You want her to be your queen, get the king.
King shit.
I like that.
I like that. Yeah, that's sweet.
Do you like the movie Ratatouille?
I love the movie Ratatouille. It's one of my favorites. It's probably my favorite Pixar. Not my favorite Disney. My favorite Disney is Lion King.
That's my favorite Disney movie.
Wait.
I got a lion tatted on me right
No,
there.
wait, I got one too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope, man.
Yeah, and born in August 5th. So
I'm
a Leo.
I'm July 31st.
There you go.
That's
My
about
God.
to get perfect.
Oh, yeah,
there
it's
we go.
Sunday. Got it.
Yeah.
I was like, my God. It's like, okay, so
Yep.
nice.
That's sweet. Drums eater.
The drum eaters, man.
That ain't nothing
With the
wrong with
Leo drum. We kind of rule the world, man.
Really?
Leos rule the world.
What
Stop
are you?
it.
When are you born?
Libra. I'm a Libra, October. So I
October.
got to balance my shit out.
We don't even know what a Libra is.
I was
Got to
just
balance it out.
Yeah, what is a Libra?
Yeah.
It's a
What-
scale.
It's what?
It's a,
Scale?
a scale. You
Oh,
got to
scale?
balance
Oh,
it.
it is, right.
Yeah.
It's
That's
scale.
why my
Oh.
shit got to be balanced. Can't be here. Can't be here. Yeah.
So you're good
you
at
know.
finance.
Nobody cares.
You're good at finance.
Yeah.
You're good at finance.
I'm good at a
Good
lot
at
of stuff.
spending.
Definitely did
Chris,
spend.
you guys should change the subject. Talking about wings. You're a chef. We're gonna order wings here in Buffalo. Where you going?
Okay, if we order wings in Buffalo or outside of Buffalo, like East Aurora,
Oh yeah, nah. I would say in Western New York.
Western New York. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the quickly choice is like say Barbil in East Aurora.
Barbell.
Um,
Let's say Barbell got some of the best wings. Man.
yeah, or I like Duff,
That's okay.
good.
That's all right.
and they're all right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good for the OGs. Buffalo sauce.
I'm just gonna dedicate my ADD brands, but it's like I can't believe that Josh Allen brought his girlfriends, like the Oscar nominee, to Niagara Fall into Anchor's locations, you know, the wing place.
Mm-hmm.
He brought her inside and ordered to go, and then didn't want to be seen, but he brought like a Hollywood famous girls meal
Right.
from the wing place, like, and it's not the greatest.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's supposed to go to somewhere that's gonna be on point.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
took,
But a lot of them don't.
he took Keon Cole. They took
Yeah,
Keon Cole somewhere
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. You
Yeah,
got.
so I took the wing nuts.
Yeah, we not.
Those are wing bread. I'm not talking
Are they
shit with
breaded?
nuts, but they're breaded.
This is not good. This is not. It's not. It's not. Yeah,
It's not Buffalo.
it's not Buffalo.
It's not a wing to me. It's a different class. It's good, but it's different.
Yeah, he got a back. I mean, I love the quarterbacks. I don't want to backlash him, but shame him. But it's like he did also that like Buffalo Wings. The chain.
Oh, Wild Wings.
Yeah, he did that advertisement. You remember that times? He did a video, put it on his social media. Everyone was like, "What are you doing?"
It's because a lot of whoever cooking wings is beef on site. Because hey, I got the
all
best
the
wings. I got the best wings. I got the best wings.
So okay, so we got the things. So the sexy is the three things. Is like the sexiest is a drum, right? And then we don't want it breaded, and we want it to be cooked by a Libra because we want it to be balanced in flavors. Okay,
I like it.
we got it.
I like that.
We got it. We got it.
I like
It got the Bluetooth.
Let's go,
It's
man.
not breaded, and
Oh
we want
man.
it to be balanced. So
Mhm.
it got to be cooked by a Libra. I like that one. I like that.
So-
that was quick. He put that thing in quick.
Cause they ain't
Because they're rookie.
They need a
right. They rookies. Come on, my boy on
Or we
point.
just not go to the playoffs.
Stop lying. Yo, this is about to be the year, bro.
I know Josh Allen got a new chain. You see
Yo,
that?
you look at he's still
He got his bust down.
We definitely got to do something this year.
So what are you thinking about the Bills? They're gonna win this year? I feel that they. Okay, I'm not tourist on that, but I feel that the Bills might gonna go to the Super Bowl the years that we're not expecting it.
That could be good. Long as we make the playoffs, I'm fine with that. Because
Okay.
we rebuilding.
Yeah.
Some new people, some old faces, some rookies, some vets, some off the bench. So long as we can at least get into that second round of playoffs,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Who's your favorite players and why? Maybe like the defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
I definitely I like Aaron Donald. He retired. I love Aaron Donald. I like Von Miller.
Okay.
My boy. I'm just saying. I'm saying. I like both Von Miller when he was with Denver, and I like him from he was hurt, but he gonna listen. This is my pick.
I'm sorry.
I think Van Millers have more to say to the young guys, and I think it can be great influence to say, hey, listen me, boys. And maybe he can be a great inspiration for all those kids you know, who's rookie
Great leader.
and want to get there. Yeah, great leaders. I feel
Leadership.
that he's like, we should make it worth his money because he's not cheap.
Hell no.
And I think it's like, yeah, because I don't know, it's like on the court, it seems that, you know, it's like he's gonna have a hard time. Maybe it's like, yeah, who is it? Milano.
Milano,
Yeah, he's a
nice.
big return. That's his comeback right now.
I want to see how he do coming off this injury. I do. I want to see because I like Milano.
I like him. I like him better than Bond.
That's your opinion.
I like him better.
That's
than
okay. It's just our
like
thoughts.
You said, I feel like Bond is like. Remember when Ray Lewis got to that last year? It was more of a influential impact, almost like
Motivational
on the field, motivational coach per se. I think that's where Bond is right now. I do want to see what Milano does coming off this injury because you know whenever you come off an injury, you do everything gingerly. You know what I mean? Because your fear is to be back down again. So, but I know he was one of our, you know what I mean, top dogs.
Yeah, it's hard when you got a rings already. Maybe it's like the fires that you want to get another one. It's gonna be hard because
man, you on a roll today.
My boy,
you on a roll. You are. That's how I feel. Like he already got one, so you really don't. The hunger to but not having one versus having one is a whole lot different.
Yeah, and you say that true. It's like, you know, it's like they are building back, you know, the foundations. And maybe those guys who's like, you know, it's like soon to be retired, maybe in 2-3 years for Van Miller, 2 years max. And it's like he might gonna be like, hey, it's like it might not gonna be my times, you know. So it's like it's gonna be
it's one of y'all young bucks' time.
Yeah.
But I'm here to. You need that leadership in the locker room.
Right.
You do. You don't need chaos. Somebody got to hold it down, and that's not. I understand Josh, but that's not. You don't want Josh to have the responsibility of the whole game and trying to control the locker room. He need help as well.
Yeah.
Because I like Josh being a leader as well too. I like Josh being a leader.
Majority of the defense is back. We did lose defensive guys, but like numbers wise, the defense is gonna look very familiar, especially like the secondary. When you look at the offense, it's like a whole.
We're gonna be all right though. We got some joint.
And okay, it's like, so did you see also like there it makes some waves? It was on the social media talking about Josh Allen that he has more powers than precision. What do you think about that? What makes you feel that like that our quarterback is over evaluated and that when he threw it, he can throw it with powers, but he doesn't act much so with precision. What do you think it's true? Do you think it's validated? Is the boy inconsistent, or is he not like able like to go in the playoff and then just like, you know, rule? It's like it feels like okay, and I stop talking after that, but it feels that when he gets into the playoff, you know, you gotta get that mindset where you want to get up, you know, and then not like, you know, it's like that exactly when you go on a TV show, you know, and then you like you know that you may gonna be the underdogs. You are the Buffalo Bills, but after all, it's like you playing in the same leagues. You earn your place there, and what's gonna take sometimes it's not the players, but it's the teams, and you're gonna have to build that shit upstairs. And I think it's like, are you ready to pass that, you know, it's like limit? And I'm talking as like I'm not knowing anything as much about football, but I feel that he's gonna need also to do some work upstairs because he has the stats, he has the arms, he has the legs, he has the feet. He has nothing to prove to anyone but to himself. And I think like, you know, to like be a great leader and to be remember well, you know, it's like he's humble, he knows other talks, you know, it's like, but he needs to get backups, you know, that works, and he needs to be consistent.
Gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
I think that's the biggest thing. So I feel like Josh has always been the underdog, even when he came into the league, right? And they compared him to all these other quarterbacks and said what he didn't do or what he should do. I even watched a video the other day, and where they were saying that like he was an underperformer, he wasn't. But then they put up stats and they showed him he was in second line to Patrick Mahomes. Like it was Patrick Mahomes, and then it was Josh Allen as far as stats go. And when they did that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had an argument because they're like, look, this is what Josh is doing.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't when we got in the playoffs to play Kansas City Chiefs, right? And to lose to them every time we lost to them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't because Josh Allen didn't do it was because somebody else did it.
The defense.
Defense.
And
you had to
run.
You know what I mean? Bad
Okay.
play calling. So I don't think that, you know what I mean?
You think that is like it's also it has to play with
The whole organization.
Yeah.
The whole organization, right? It's something that we have to do. But I do believe that he has to remain consistent, right? Because some weeks he gives us all-star Josh Allen, and then some weeks it's like, yo, what are you doing, Josh?
right.
You know what I mean? Turn it up.
Like that win. Remember that win that we did last year? It was against Miami, and we win like crazy.
Yeah, we smacked them. It was the first game of the season.
And then the next game.
Yeah.
What happened to the next game?
It was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like how do
we
we?
put up like 48 points.
But you see, they had to get rid of that offensive coordinator too. Once they got rid of his ass and got Buddy,
Make some.
it was
kidding.
on. It was on.
That chart you're talking about,
Yeah.
Josh was
Higher.
number one over Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that Mahomes had a higher stat on was
Mm.
everything else. Josh had more touchdowns. Because remember, Josh has the running threat,
Right.
running touchdown. Nobody.
And nobody has. Yeah.
You know, everything he's done. It's just every time someone says Josh isn't accurate, I'm just you just don't watch the game. Stats don't show that
Yeah.
So Josh,
he's good. It's just
We got to
we
win.
need a whole. It's a team sport.
Team sport. 11 man, 22, 53 on the roster. We need everybody that could contribute to what you're doing.
Mahomes would have another Super Bowl his first year if the lineman or whatever didn't jump at the end of the game. I would argue that at least, or at least he would have been in the Super Bowl, maybe not won it.
Mm-hmm.
They lost their first year, whatever year it was he played. There was like a bad call, like the last play of the game. They ended up like losing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for the Bills, no.
For the Chiefs.
Because for the Bills, I remember the Queens.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
What is it?
The Queens. You remember we were in the playoff, and we were playing playing the Chief, and we saw we got it by the end, and I was literally like up, and I was like, damn, it's like we got it. And then the Chief is like won by the Queens.
That 13-second shit and that bullshit. But it happens like that because you have to play to the end of the whistle, to the game, and let's bust the U-turn.
Right.
What would you say one of your biggest challenges was or is in your career? What was one of your biggest challenges you faced? Put it like what?
Biggest challenge. Biggest challenge is overcome. Biggest challenge in the career. Overcome the pandemic with my divorce. It's like because it's melting with my divorce when I was separated from the mother of my children. Closing my cafe and then moving on to private dinners. I had to do it quick. I had to act fast. I didn't have any help, no unemployment, so I had to figure some money still in the midst of everything. And I was like, okay, it's like, what do we do? Mm-hmm. And I was going on my first show. It was airing. It was Guys Go 3 Games, and I ended up winning Guys Go 3 Games in 2020. And everyone was home, so a lot of people saw that show. And I was 2 weeks before that airing, and I was like, man, I'm closing my stores. It's happening. I'm going through my divorce. I have to find some money. And I was like, okay, people are going to be home. I'm going to be a private chef. I'm going to go to them. Mm-hmm. They're not going to come to me and get to go. And that was the hardest to overcome. It was like just figuring out quickly something that you're an entrepreneur. And then you have to, create. No one is going to tell you, what time you got to wake up, what time you got to do that meeting, set up a meeting. You're going to have to create, and you're going to have to just make learning, and learn from failures. And that is probably the hardest, is just dealing with it. I appreciate each moment, the moment of, victory, and the moment where it's you're a little bit more down, and then you got to get out of the hole. Those are definitely is the one that was the most marking in my career. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not it's not a victim situations, but it's more eventually is if no one goes through those steps, you cannot be the dominant of yourself. And that's definitely is I'm entering my 5th years in private chef. I'm doing that fully. I'm doing classes on the side. I've been on 3 different shows. We say that. I think it doesn't come by itself. I can say self-made, but you will meet me at 27 years old. I will tell you I was self-made. You meet me at 31 now, and I'm telling you, it's like a lot of people that I met across, along the road who helped me and say, that kid is not crazy. I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna be part of his, it's like success, and did it together. And that didn't happen by myself. And I feel that is like, it's like I am thankful, grateful for being a foreigner when I was having no family, my children was away, and figure, it's like myself out, and then get a new circles where, not a new circles, but get an influence, a good influence in terms of business. I mean, I'm talking about Yamaste massage. We did some things that innovative. We stopped doing chair massage with private dinners. So people were getting 10-minute chair massage, each of your guests. So we get theirs earlier. The host get 10-minute massage, then we do each of your guests 10 minutes. And then it's paired with food. It's like just trying new things.
That's sweet.
Always, trying to reinvent, doing couple massage where they get a massage when they come out of their rooms. It's like there is a chef who's like just prepare, it's like a luxury meal. And those things, it's like when you are in your most moment, critical, where it's like critical cast thinking, it's like, how am I going to pay the bill or anything? That's where you want confidence. Pro. So it's like you have to just show most of confidence when you're in that thing, and you gotta go somewhere in that place where you really getting it. And I think that is definitely the marking point. And it's gonna happen. It's never gonna be it's like a straight road. You're fathers of 4 children, right? And it's like as a father, it's like there's always it's like some stuff to overcome, and it's how you overcome them who makes you it's like the man that people want to be around, and then who you want to be around also gonna be very valuable of like how you deal with that. And you're not gonna always deal with it correctly. It's okay to make some mistake. You gotta learn. You gotta just cope, and you gotta say, okay, it's like, how did I do it, and how can I make it better? Yeah. And always be open, to other people's ideas too. It's like there is so many times I thought it was my way, and it didn't work, and then I finally start to hearing people and say, hey, it's like you should try to do that. And for the dinners, and I was like, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I got a space. Why am I not doing cooking classes? And I was doing cooking classes at my shop before, and then I start finding a space, and then get a different demography where people could afford my classes, and they will come, and eventually it's a test for them. They like the classes, they learn the tricks, they make macarons. Now they want a private dinner. So guess who's at their house? It's like a month after, it's me. And then I will have not gone directly to the case. We're gonna spend, it's like thousands of dollars, because it's not cheap, for our private dinners, to get him at the house. Maybe we're gonna go to class and eventually upsell. And it's like it's up to you to just gain the trust, show them that it's like it's like you're passionate about what you're doing, like you guys for the podcast. And those ideas, some of them came from other minds who really inspire me, and then told me as I can, is like, you are very valuable. Your accent, is like the way that chefs get a nice apron, is like make sure that you get a nice cheese board, be personable, it's like and that's definitely thankful for that. I don't know for you guys, for your story, for how the podcast. I have so many questions for you guys, but I'm sure that journey, to get there right now with me, sitting. It's always, it's like learning. That question you say is like, you always we always start with that question with the drums, and I do it. You see that pattern, you see those guests, and then it's like you can see a range, and then you learn so many things from other things, and that is it's fulfillment. Every day you do something different.
Every day.
Yeah. So definitely, it's like I would say one word is overcome.
Overcome.
Yeah.
He summed it up.
Yeah,
we gotta summed it
That
up.
was food for thought, right?
Yeah, that was good. That's good shit.
Good.
Well,
You said a cheese box though. You gotta have a good cheese box.
A cheese board. So a cheese box, that would be nice.
Oh.
Actually, like a nice. Do you see now? It's like boom. It's like you tell me it's like a cheese box, but cheese
board.
board. Making sure that you get a complementary food. It's like something that is not theirs. So for example, when I do a private dinner, don't do it all the times, but if you're a private chef, remember that. So I get my books, my bags with the knife, and I always carry birthday cards. I carry candles. You carry some stuff that people may need it, eventually. And they tell you it's like, oh, the birthday that, and didn't say on the contract. Now what you're doing is like you go in your trucks, and then you hear the names, and you write the card, and you put it at the end of the dinner. It's like, my God, it's like boom, and then that is like it's like it's just the extra step.
Still smart, right?
Yeah.
Here.
He on it.
Yeah.
And the candles. And otherwise, I got the
Gotta
candles,
have a candle.
the lighters,
You got to.
Thinking ahead, man.
thinking ahead. It's like and they remember those things. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, just
it works for me.
and that's how my fiance be saying the little things that be count.
Yeah.
The little things that people may not pay attention to, but you do. But then when it happens and it's
Right.
done, they gonna be like, and he did this.
Yeah.
You be like, yeah, I got you.
And it
There
is
you go.
this. You're right.
You remember me.
You paying for the experience. Like I think I booked a couple private chefs, and you're not just booking for them to cook the food or taste the food because you want that, but you're paying for the experience,
Right.
You're paying for the private chef experience,
Right.
right? The ambiance, the aesthetics of being served, and
Right.
having someone give you something with the presentation. But it's the small things, right, that you forget about during the experience that you remember, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like in the moment you may forget about like, oh, he brought out the birthday card. But in the long run, like
Right.
we had this chef, he did this, the aesthetics was, and he even brought us a birthday card at the end.
Above
He had a
and
candle,
beyond.
or
Mhm.
we ain't had no lighter, and he had a lighter.
He had it. Yeah.
Stuff like that, and that's big. You know what I mean? And so
You go above and beyond.
Yeah, you go
Because
above
it's
and
like that's what people, and it's a self-taught training sometimes, because you see it's like also what's happening and you read the rooms. You're like, gosh, it's like if I had that, it was the other day, and then someone told me, and I didn't do it because I was running out of time. But I was like, man, someone called me and says like, it's on our anniversary. We our plane got canceled. We see that you have 2 spots. It's like, can we still come tonight, for the classes? And I set up for 12. I was home and I said yes. Someone says like, just like go get some bubbles, it's like, and then next time, it's like, if I got that, I will go get some bubbles. It's like, I don't care the cost, and then just like get a little bubbles and present them with a cup of champagne because, those people is like, everyone's going to see it in the class and they're going to say like, wow, it's like, it's an anniversary and the chef, like, is like brought them bubbles, and then the cards and that's a little thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. You have to, it's like, if it was your mom,
Yeah.
you
treat
could
it like
you
that.
got a picture like it's like if you were I always it's like I will give everything it's like if my mom will be like sitting and I do the dinner, it's like what would you do, and you get the perfect client.
Mm.
What was
That's
the biggest challenge for you for the podcast?
Consistency, being consistent.
Okay.
No matter if people's watching, they tuning in, you getting feedback. Just be consistent about doing it. And the consistency will bring your motivation.
Okay.
Because some people not motivated sometimes, or you worried about the wrong things. Oh, nobody's tuning in, nobody's liking, whatever.
Yeah.
Be consistent. That'll come in due time, and never try to like fall off. Like, oh, I can't do it, or I'm not going to do it because of whatever reason.
Sure.
Be consistent. Keep doing it, and eventually, the people or your friends that's not supporting it, it's strangers that's out there supporting that you don't even know. People will support you. So just always be consistent. And that's what the biggest thing for me and for us that we was thinking, like just keep
Always,
doing it.
and then posting consistently.
Keep doing, and everything else will come. That's gonna bring your motivation. That's gonna bring you gonna be dedicated to it now. Oh yeah, now they watching, now this, now that. And then you just have that faith and just keep it going.
And you get a range of people that it's like I mean chef today, but I was watching a podcast and you're trying to get it's like all sort of like, so you're getting interesting for the people to watch, it's like, and then one to the other. Where do you go to get your podcast? On platforms? Do you get Spotify?
Yeah, all platforms.
Okay.
All platforms.
That's awesome. That is something it's like it's like I don't want to criticize for not knowing, but the work that it comes behind is the tips of the iceberg. The front part is like seeing the final product, but the preparations, the microphones, the editing, like all the setup takes effort. And I always appreciate it's like a good environment where it's been built on like those foundations. Yeah.
Definitely.
The goat, man.
Man, the Wiz.
How many years?
The
Podcast?
Wiz.
Podcast?
Yeah.
I started podcasting like during the pandemic.
Okay.
Like the drone, like when we got the place on exchange. I don't even know what year that was. I met y'all that same time. So I don't know, like 4 years ago or less than that. I don't even know. It was like 2021.
Was it before you got married? Was it before the bot or after the bot?
Before this was after.
After the bot.
You gotta subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah, you gotta subscribe. Yeah,
You had the mask. You had the mask.
Yeah, I had my mask on and glasses on.
Hey, but he cut the mask open.
Freaky boy, only
In
him.
between the legs, you can get the flat throat.
Yeah, gotta have a
That's how Libras are. They gotta keep that balance.
They gotta keep that balance.
I want to
Better.
be safe, but I want to be freaky. At the same
Got
time.
to. You don't want to give them too much. You don't want to give them too little. Just enough.
Just enough.
So
Whoa,
that's enough.
that's
They say
What
just,
we
just
what's
a dad,
the-
just a finger.
Yeah, just a finger.
or just the tip. Just
Yeah,
the tip. I
crazy.
just want to put the tip in.
See, that's why you got 4 or 5 now. You just wanted to put the tip in. You got what? You 4,
I
5,
do pinky.
6.
Stinky, pinky.
Stop it.
Sticky pinky.
Stinky, pinky.
Now you're crazy.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
big.
one in the roast beef and one in the baked potato.
What? Where did you get that?
Wait, like that?
Where you think the rappers got this time from?
Oh,
Started like this, man.
filthy, dirty McFilthy.
Baked potato and roast beef.
There you go. So what's next for Chef? What's next for you, Chef?
Next, so we're talking about firefighters. So
Okay.
possibly becoming a Buffalo firefighters.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
man. That's dope.
So that is a big project, part of my life for the last 2 years. 2022, I started taking the writing test.
You know they're gonna make you cook when you get there, right?
Oh,
They're
he
gonna make
definitely
me
gonna
cook.
When
be
they
the chef.
find out you can cook,
It's over.
Yeah, you're gonna be the head
But-
chef in the firehouse.
Yeah, but I heard like it's like maybe it's like I'm gonna get a pass by and not be the man, the rookie who's like gonna have to go lift up, the old lady who's naked and passed out in the bathroom. Because when you're a rookie, it's like they send you up doing that works. And I may gonna be, if my food is enough, flavorful for them, I may gonna be like, like pass by that. So I hope so.
I
Because
say Proby.
Peruvian?
Proby.
Proby?
Proby.
Oh, you say proby?
Like probate,
Probate,
masturbate. I know.
No.
masturbate?
Not master. We going
That's
different road
like,
here.
that's like you say probate.
Bleu. Bleu.
Get Proby.
You say bleu.
Look.
Bleu, blue.
Get in the kitchen.
Yeah. Bleu. Blue, beat up.
Meet up. Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man,
Good gig.
yeah, we appreciate you,
Thank you.
and we just hope more success for you.
Thank you so much.
And we again, thank you for for coming. I know busy, and you took time out. and
Well, thank you
came.
for having me too. It's a great universe, and I hope for your success. I want to be watching you close. I want to be hearing also. It's like I wanna see that podcast, flourish. And I think you guys are on a big success.
Definitely.
I appreciate
Consistency
it,
is like I like that. It's
Yeah.
you said, and a lot to learn. I see all the light and stuff. Keeping some in my mind, it's like with the men's and maybe like for cooking videos, it's like I see the setup.
Mhm.
man. Yeah, man. He's the guy. for
Yeah,
the
but
cooking
where's the
videos.
guy?
Do a cooking podcast. That would be
Or we could come in and you cooking and we can be talking and
We
we could do another part 2.
We
It's
can
my
call
shit, part 2. Can we get a part 2?
we can call it like the podcast. We can call it. I don't know if it's already been done. We can call it the goat, and we gotta find a goat, and we gotta have a goat with us.
Yeah, every
Definitely
time.
have a
Cooking
goat.
with a goat.
Cooking with a
With
goat.
goat.
So we
And
might
just
have to
have
cook
the
some
goat
goat.
on the side.
Whatever. We'll
And
cook
he's
some goat.
starting me
And we gotta ask the goat, what do you think? Is it good or bad?
Yeah, I need to go,
That
man.
Mexican wrap.
Rooster.
Feed it to the
exactly.
goat. Every meal we cook, we feed it to the goat.
The rooster in his hand.
He
That's
did the whole music video. He's got a rooster chicken in his hand, like a live one.
Yeah.
And he's got no shirt on. He's rapping with like a mic hanging.
and it works.
And it's like a viral video. So I figure we get you cooking with a goat.
Let's goats all around, man.
Yeah,
We can call that.
Especially if we do savage shit, like Halloween comes around, have you do like curry goat with a goat
Yeah.
next to you.
Oh,
That's some
man.
savage
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we on list.
That's how
We giving the people a little bit too much.
That's
We
no,
giving
no.
the people too-
You know,
we
there's
gotta
a
pop out
hey.
with- we gotta pop
I got a
out
good
with-
one for you. There is a Turkish recipe, and it's a goat butt. So
Goat butt.
my brother love it. It's a butt, it's the goat butt, and they cook it, and they cook the butt. Yeah, it's a Turkish dish. Yeah, and
oxtail for
yeah.
you. You got onto the goat butt now.
So it's like turkey butts. We eat turkey butt.
You
I
eat
just
all
learned turkey ribs thing.
Yeah,
last
turkey
week.
ribs crazy.
Yeah.
Turkey
Yeah,
ribs
I knew
crazy.
turkeys have ribs, but I didn't know you
Turkey
ate it.
have a great food scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So we're talking about different things.
oh Turkey what?
No, you said turkey's a great food scene.
Yeah, like the country stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you talking about?
I know we're talking about the animal.
Talking about the animal.
Oh, the turkey.
Turkey ribs.
Turkey ribs?
See?
Yeah.
Look at his reaction.
Yo, them turkey ribs.
Chef.
And there is meat on it?
Crazy.
Yeah. Turkey
Thank
ribs.
you.
Turkey ribs is crazy.
But wait,
You gotta try
wait,
them
wait.
out, chef.
turkey ribs. So it's part of the turkey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
The
And
rib
it-
of a
I learned
turkey.
about this last week.
Yo,
from them.
I mean,
them
it's not
shits
big.
is
It's
sick.
like this big.
Okay.
It's like a little turkey rib. but
Okay.
It's the rib of a turkey. It's like it's almost like the shape of a lamb chop.
Okay.
And it's
One bone.
Yeah, one bone.
One leg.
One
leg,
bone, one leg.
Yeah.
Sound like a lot of hands.
And this part,
that was about to go crazy. That was
whatever.
It's the Wiz.